All I need is you, baby, baby.
You love that song, right?
Yes, I love it, man. Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Backpack Mo, and I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, my dear friend, I am Marwa.
Hey, Backpack Mo, how are you, man?
brother, man? It's so good to see you again, man.
Good to see you too, bro.
Definitely, I'm glad you're here in Washington, D.C., my hometown.
Yes.
We did the meetup, and I think that was an excellent meetup.
Thank you, bro.
And I want to say it was the best thing about it is that we got to meet so many different people.
Yeah,
like-minded individuals.
Yeah.
People from my hometown, but I might have not be able to like interact with.
Yeah.
But because of you, we were able to to gather together. So I mean, how did you feel? I know that was your first experience at the meetup itself.
I just realized, like, honestly, if we did announce earlier, maybe it would have been bigger numbers.
Right.
But even with the short notice we gave, people still showed up.
No, and it was great. I mean, remember we needed to bring in more chairs, to a point. You know what I mean? So,
yes.
But I think it was great, and hey, we are in the nation's capital, and generally when you bring in politicians or people like that, they're always arguing about this and that, and we were able to bring in. It was such a great dialogue just to exchange information.
Yeah. Also, I like the fact that in the middle of the meetup, it was not about Maro. Like, people had their own time to know each other.
Yeah.
You could ask, hey, what's your name?
Right.
Just like, especially when I was giving people their own time with me, other people were left to actually get to know each other.
Yeah.
I don't like stealing the moment because we are all social human beings.
Correct.
And some places like that or venues like that give us more opportunity to actually expand our friendship and things like that.
Yeah, it definitely showed that too as well. I mean, because for example, like people came in from Florida. People came in from New York. Shout out to Laura Brown too as well.
Yeah.
I got to meet her too as well.
Yeah.
I mean, because of that, she always came down. And New York and DC is only 4 hours away, but she came down and we exchanged information.
Shout out to you, Lorraine.
Yes, you know what I mean. So. And a lot of people, I think, who were inspired to become YouTubers too as well. This is they thought it's something that may be impossible, but
Yeah, actually, YouTube is a huge deal. Sometimes I tend to tell people this, and sometimes people write to me, other people, get a real job.
Right.
And I'm like,
no,
oh, look.
You're living. You are the boss, man. This is your thing too as well. So.
Being free, for me, actually, the best part of YouTube is the fact that you can work from anywhere in the world and be anywhere and still work.
Yes.
It's the same point I'm making, but all I'm trying to say is that freedom. Like, you don't have to be in Washington, D.C. for you to earn money. You can be in Brazil as you make your own money.
Right.
And you wake up after 2 days, you say, you know what, I don't like this Brazil anymore. I'm going to Kenya. Okay, and still make money from there. So, and one thing you have to understand is most of us, our freedom is actually tied to how we make our money. So if you make your money maybe you have to be a security guard, for example. You have to stand there the whole day for you to make your money.
Right.
Your freedom is taken.
Right.
You working, but at the end of the day, look, you're standing there at the door for a whole month or every 2 weeks to get paid. So our freedom is actually how we make money. If somebody asks me, what's freedom to you? My crazy answer will be how I make my money. That determines my freedom.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
No, I definitely agree. And for me, like, it was a rough week for me.
Yeah.
I almost didn't make it to that day, but I'm so glad that I did.
Yeah.
I was transitioning, going from
your channel hit 1,000 subscribers.
Yes, before the shout out to you and shout out to everybody from.
But you are very close. You are very close to 1,000.
Yes, I was on the verge of it. And one thing I've learned from you is your confidence, and you just speak into existence. If you believe it,
yes.
I mean, he's the example of. He even said, man, he may not even think of the astronomical number 5,000 may seem big to him, but you were like, no, like if you want it, like you can go and get it.
Yes.
And I think like I said, when I told you this too, your greatest gift is bringing people together.
Yeah, that's true, man.
And not a lot of people can do that, and we were brought together for a good cause, and it really means a lot to me, and I want to keep on going.
Sometimes I feel really humble, like I want to cry because sometimes I feel like I am not that special. I was a guy in the village, bro. I was a guy in the village just grazing goats.
Right.
Then all of a sudden I'm the guy like converging people in the world's capital,
Right, yeah.
Washington, D.C.
Exactly.
So sometimes it feels like I'm dreaming, like it doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
But at the same time you're like, it's real, bro. Come on.
Yeah, and you're always on the road and always on the go, and sometimes you can feel lonely. I mean, we're human, you know.
That's true. You can feel lonely, and sometimes people don't understand why they see me with one girl there and one girl on the other side.
Right.
Because it can be lonely.
Right. But I mean,
especially for a young guy who your blood is still warm, you know.
Yeah, but it's part of your life. I mean, we all want companionships. You know, everybody looks for that too as well. And for me, I've been on the road a lot too as well, and I'm always
You've
inspired.
been to 59 countries?
59 countries, yes.
Wow. Backpack Mo here has been to 59 countries, guys. Can you actually see he's a serious backpacker?
Yeah, that's
why is your name Backpack Mo?
Because I'm a backpacker itself.
Yeah.
Momo is my last name. It's Nigerian, so it's a abbreviation of short.
You said your dad is from Nigeria.
He's from Nigeria, from Lagos, Nigeria.
But you are born here.
I was born here, yes.
How do you feel like now, especially knowing like being born in America? It's a privilege actually. For the lifestyle you want to live, especially traveling.
It is, and I'm blessed too as well. When my dad immigrated, to this country, and around that time it was very hard. He was working 3 jobs to support, me and my other 2 siblings too as well. And he still had, my dad still has an African accent, but he also, he was a very hard worker too as well. So he instilled a lot of African values that, and I'm glad that I was able to.
So have you been to Africa before? Oh, you've been to.
I've been to Africa. I've been to South Africa. I've been to Egypt.
Yeah.
And I've been to Ghana. But I need to go back.
You've been to Ghana?
Yes.
Man, you should have gone to Nigeria.
Yeah, I need to go to Nigeria. Yeah, and I feel like that because.
But I'm told it's a big country.
It is. Yes.
Lots of people, over 200 million.
Yeah, but I need to feel that I need to go there because it's part of who I am. You know what I mean? Growing up, it was a hard thing as a African American. I mean, and I can say this. Growing up, to say that you were from Africa was a hard thing when the time when I was there because people would always, and you say this too, when people think of Africa outside of you, they think there's like lions and everybody's starving, people are dying in the street, and not till I got older, I didn't realize that this was a part of who I am and I wanted to connect. So
now you embrace it because
I'm embracing it.
The information is available for you.
Exactly, and the world is seeing that Africa is
not what actually people.
It's not what it is, and it's a big continent. It's large and it's different cultures and different things as well. So
hey, feel free if you have some questions for me. I don't want you to hold anything. Don't say, man, this is too much to ask. This is the moment.
Yeah, this is the moment. Yes, I definitely. So I guess I would ask, we already discussed, like when you get lonely or and I asked this question before, but for those of you who didn't see it, I asked, what do you do in, your meantime where Mara was by himself, there's no cameras on, nobody's seeing, like what do you do?
I tend to stay in bed a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I tend to stay in bed a lot. I may even spend a whole day without even eating anything and I'm just chilling. I like also to spend time on my phone.
Yeah.
And not watch my videos or stuff.
Okay.
But watch other creators.
Right.
And other like social media things, like shenanigans, some dance.
Right.
But I like to listen more nowadays.
Okay.
I like to listen more. I like when I listen to like people talking about how I like controversial stuff.
Okay, but there's always some truth to it.
I like thought-provoking stuff. I like somebody telling me, "Hey, look, why are you working so hard? And this money is being printed somewhere in the house."
Right.
I like such ideas. They may seem wild and crazy, but I like those ideas.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, is some days when I have my me time, I like to be just lazy. I just want to sleep like a goat and check my phone.
But sometimes I don't. I
sometimes do dating app. I like also playing with dating app.
Yeah, okay.
I like to swipe. Maybe it's the dopamine, but I just like saying, oh, she's a cute girl. Okay, she's not. Sometimes I close my eyes and say, okay, everybody, let's go.
Right. You know what, for me, so when I'm here, right, when I try dating apps, I generally don't get that many hits. But when I go to another country, I'm like,
you've experienced
what's going on?
No, the idea is this: because you're here, there are too many other black people like you.
Yeah.
So it seems normal.
Yeah.
So you're not unique. You don't stand out.
Right.
But if you go to, for example, let's say you go to Thailand and you're this black person, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
What is this guy doing in our home?
Yeah, funny story. That happened though when I actually went to Thailand.
Yeah.
And I accidentally opened my Tinder app, and next thing I know, there was 40 matches.
40
and I was
matches,
like,
yeah.
I've only been here for an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's crazy, man, and that's the beautiful thing about the world is, especially being in the U.S. As I mentioned to you, if you guys don't know, less than 30% of Americans have a passport, right?
Yeah.
Because most people out inside of the U.S. they don't dream to travel outside.
Yeah, because
or they stay inside. They think maybe I'll go to Miami Beach or maybe I'll go to New York or but they don't dream to be bigger. And that's what my thing is. I always want to encourage people to travel, especially if you're coming from the U.S.
Yeah.
You don't know how powerful your passport is.
Yeah, look, like
somewhere.
today you came, I was just on my laptop.
Yeah, this guy works so hard, and you don't understand.
I have to prove a lot of things
Right.
to go to people.
We're very, very blessed to be here. And,
That's why I don't have kids in Africa, and people don't understand that. Especially for a guy who has traveled the world like me.
Mm-hmm.
I totally understand what it takes.
Yeah.
You right now, if you want to go to Brazil,
I just buy the ticket and I'm there. Literally maybe that day or the next day.
Imagine.
Yes. All I have to worry about. Okay, what am I gonna wear? What's going to
Imagine me. I have to go online, answer all these questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
now, you saw when you came, I was trying to check this website and it was not functioning.
Yeah.
From there, print these documents, pay I don't know who and who.
Yeah.
Go to the embassy, maybe physical interviews. I don't do those all stuff for my kids.
Right. I know. I hear you. Listen, there's 197 recognized countries that are in the world, right? Being a U.S. citizen, I mean, you can go to about 150 without a visa.
Imagine.
If this guy had a U.S. passport,
I promise you, I would have finished the one.
He would have already finished it. You know what I'm saying? Round trip.
You saw when I got a Schengen visa.
Yeah.
One visa which gave me access to 30 countries.
Right.
Under 90 days, I did 23.
I was so hard keeping up because I was like, okay, he's there. I gotta go watch the video because he wasn't here. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm so far behind.
Yeah.
He's already in 6 other countries.
But that shows you the urge that I really wish.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I realize with life, things can't always go your way.
No, that's true.
And you can't always have everything.
Right, but
for example, maybe you have the passport, but maybe there's something you're lacking. For example, maybe you have to work and get the money and go. So maybe the way I'm making my money, God gave me an easy path or in that way.
Yeah.
But for you, God has decided, okay, you're going to get this, but still lack this one thing. But it's upon you now to decide if you can actually get the absolute freedom, because at least you have advantage to everything.
Right, and then nothing's promised. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, anything can end.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I always encourage people to travel the world, because I don't think there's any other better thing. Maybe also owning a house. I have come to realize it's very important to own a house. Let's say, for example, you feel so tired of this all-world shenanigans. You say, you know what, man, I feel so tired, or I'm this. I want to go and rest. So you have a place you can always call home.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm trying to encourage people, and it's not because I am building a house now. I came to realize, even me as a traveler, going to over 70 countries. You've been over 59. You can already tell.
Yeah.
Sometimes you miss home. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes you I just want to go back and get the energy,
Yeah, I definitely agree. Home is where the heart is, but home is where you make it. So and that's
home is where you make it.
Yeah, home is where you make it. Yes. So for me, I'm always gonna have the zest for traveling. Some people are like, well, will you ever stop and just stay one place?
It's very hard.
It's hard.
It's very hard.
Because once the travel bug bites you,
this is literally. It's very hard.
This is probably so addictive. It's literally
even people ask me the same question: will you ever settle down?
Settle down.
I want to have kids for sure. I want to have a beautiful wife or wives if possible.
Right.
But honestly, seeing myself to totally I've stopped. I have no plan of going anywhere.
Yeah.
It will be strange to me. Maybe if I'm so busy working on projects in my village, especially maybe I'll be doing music, something like that,
Yeah, there's so much that I still haven't seen. Yes, I've been blessed to, and I understand a lot of people can't travel. Some people have kids. Some people have restrictions that hold them from doing that.
But I think something like kids is a matter of, it shouldn't scare you that much.
No, right.
But again, it depends on your environment.
Right.
See, that's the problem now. For example, and that's why I say sometimes God does not really give everything a balance. For example, having kids in America, they get the passport.
Right.
But you raising those kids here, for a guy, for a man, it can be really, really troublesome. Like you have to sacrifice everything. And sometimes you can find yourself in things like child support and all this. So you want your kids to be born in this ground, but the condition actually on the ground for these kids, under you, it could be like, it could go against you, the wave could turn.
Yeah. But I think for me, to have children, they would have to want to. You know what I mean? I would want to teach them and go there, but I think to travel and to see the world.
Me too, 100%.
You have to have it inside.
I don't want my kids to be restricted the way I'm restricted.
Right. If you want to do it, you have to have it in you to kind of see the world, and it's the best form of education because coming from the U.S., it's a very humbling experience to go to another country where you may be taking a shower outside, or the water may be cold, or so every time I travel, it always reminds me just to humble myself and remember how I am, and just because and be grateful for the things that I've had to be born in this country and to have those things as well. 100%. So I always, like I said, if you guys are watching, I definitely want you guys to travel and at least go somewhere. Just pick if you're worried about not knowing a language or anything. Sometimes just throwing yourself out there and just going.
100%.
You know what I mean? There's no better feeling when the plane lands and then the gate over there, you're like, it's a new world. Like, do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go straight? Like, you know what I mean? Like that. I feel like I'm born again every time, like a child.
No, people don't understand actually the beauty of traveling.
Yes.
And nowadays I'm tending to like things which are more, I don't want to do like big cities anymore. I want to go like to the village, chill with the locals, swing somewhere, take shower in the river, things like that. Yeah. But at the same time, you can also do big cities, but I don't know, go and still feel like there's no difference between where I'm from and here. I want to feel that difference because it's very exciting.
I think one thing that I say to people all the time is I think we're all the same, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Right, we're all the same, right? We all want to have a good time. We all want to be around good people, good vibe, good energies. The only difference is the language. Yeah. Everything else is pretty much the same. We're all kind of looking for those things as well.
And also one thing I came to realize, things like smiling, those are universal languages.
Right, it's a universal language.
And things like respect, those are universal languages.
Right, so we find that
for example, if even if maybe most of the time, let's say you're an American and you go to a country people consider very poor, some people tend to show disrespect to people from those countries.
Yeah, that is true. You know what I mean?
So I came to realize, even if a country is so poor, don't ever show any type of disrespect just because you believe you're from an
elite country or whatever they may call it.
Because people don't like that.
Yes.
People like, that's what I'm saying, there are universal languages like smile, like just saying, hey, how was your day today? Even if they don't answer you, you've done your part. Don't worry if they're answering you or not. Yeah. Yes, and that's one thing I came to learn, especially if you smile to people. Even if police are arresting you and you just might say, officer, what's
how do you stay so positive with so much obviously, the lifestyle that you live, you have a larger fan base, things like that. How do you stay just so positive? Because it's hard to do. I mean, and it's not easy.
But every day I tend to count my blessings.
Right.
I tend to see the beauty of me being in the position I am. I don't tend to see anything negative like, even if something bad happens to me, I'm not like questioning, oh God, why me? Why me? I'm not like that. I'm like, what can I learn from this? It's a bad situation. Everybody should be feeling so sad about it.
But you're still human too at the same time.
Yeah, me, I'm like, what can I learn from this? Oh, actually somebody scammed me. Or somebody took me to like when I was in Maldives, some guy scammed me in a tricky way. I didn't go there and say, why me? I tend to say, okay, now I am smarter than... Next time I meet somebody like this, I have to mind my business or things like this.
So you're just learning, do something every day.
Yeah, I tend to see the positive side. And when you see the positive side all the time, you don't have time for regret. Okay. You'll always appreciate. And also think, there's a guy in the hospital who can't travel and he has lots of money. Or he has no leg. Yeah. He has no leg.
That's a great way to kind of like think about it. There's always somebody that's...
Some guy with no
worse situation than you,
And you still want to complain because, I don't know, the flight was delayed.
Yeah, they call those first world problems. So yeah, man, I'm very blessed. I'm saying, to be your friend, and I've learned a lot from you too as well. You were one of the first YouTubers that actually started to follow too as well, and
me all I'll say is I'll give you all you need, especially like hey Maro, my channel is not doing okay, what's going on? I'll give you that type of support to at least help you understand this YouTube thing in a broader way, because I've been here for 7 years.
Right.
I have tried everything. I've seen what's working, what's not working.
Right.
I've tried, okay, I think this is the best video I've ever produced.
Right.
And it doesn't get views. Then I produce some random video. Then boom, everybody's talking about it. And I'm like, okay, so what is this YouTube? So in that case, what I'm trying to say is, in my case, me, I'll try as much as to support, to give you more of the know-how. Yes. And also, I have an upcoming course, which I think before the end of this year, for sure, I'll be filming it.
Yeah, definitely get that out. I mean, and then I want to say thank you, because right now he's giving me free knowledge itself too as well. And for somebody of his YouTube caliber, you know, I'm still in a small stage as well. And you know, a lot of people don't want to work with small channels or people of my presence.
I see that. I don't know. For me, I think it's ego, you know?
Yeah.
Or when you think I don't know. Me, I don't know how, I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm a big, you know, the world we are living is an illusion, you know that?
Right, exactly. YouTube could be gone tomorrow, and
yeah, it's an illusion. Right. We are living in an illusion. Like, this is my house.
Yes.
But look, it's better. Even my phone. Look, I traveled with my phone from Africa to here. I left my big house back home.
Yeah.
So, but everybody says, this guy is. It's an illusion.
Yes, it is.
I tend to live a life beyond that illusion. Like, look, man, this is a guy who wants freedom. I enjoy my freedom. How can I help him to also get that? As much as how can I say? As much as he doesn't understand the world I'm living, okay, like me being free, making money, traveling, creating content, as much as he doesn't understand, how can I make him understand in a good way? Not like, oh, how can he be so foolish not to see what I'm trying to tell him? You know, I am the guru. No, I'm not in those cases. And maybe my character is very different, or maybe this is why I'm so blessed. Maybe because
no, I totally agree. Because like you said, ego and things that happen, and I understand that. I mean, I can't.
And you know, we live by the grace, man.
Yes.
You know, you could sleep with a girl somewhere in Brazil, and then after 2 days you go to hospital. They tell you have an incurable disease.
Right.
Imagine.
And nobody thinks of it until it actually happens. You know.
Imagine.
Because we all think we're invisible.
So again, you see how many things you've done with your life, but you realize, man, it's by the grace. Yeah. I'm not so special. It's just like God gives me the grace to go.
Yeah.
So for me, understanding that keeps me all the time humble. And I am a mix of capitalists and socialists. I'm a mix of both. I am not a capitalist. I don't support capitalists. I don't support socialism. But I'm a mix of both. I need to work hard as a capitalist. I want,
right.
Yes. But at the same time, be ready to share as a socialist.
Gotcha.
So I find like...
And that's a hard balance to find, you know what I mean? Especially in today's world.
Yeah, very hard. If you actually, you more into, I want, in a world where I don't know, why should I show him? What am I gaining?
Yeah, what's the proverb? It's better good to give than receive.
It's like where I'm staying right now. You know, I'm staying at Ivan's place. Me, one time Ivan asked me a question on Instagram. I answered. I said before God, I didn't know I will ever meet him. I didn't even know how he looked.
That's how we met. You know what I mean? When you said you were coming to DC, you know, we reached out to Instagram. We didn't have anybody's numbers before.
I didn't know. Friends. But look, right now, somebody may think I am doing a favor to my host, but actually, the opposite is quite evident.
Right.
In America, to sleep in one place, a nice bed, take shower. In the capital like DC.
Yes.
Somebody taking you around with his car.
Right.
You know how much money is that?
Yes.
But you see, some people in my position will not see that. They will see I am the bigger guy. Like, oh, you know, I am the superstar. But it shouldn't be like that. So if you see things in perspective, you tend to appreciate them more.
That's true.
And even be very thankful and grateful, like, oh God, I am not so special, you know?
Yeah.
But you give me all these favors.
But we're friends, so that at the end of the day, you know what I mean. Friendship is a very valuable thing, and just like Ivan said, shout out to iVentures. Make sure you guys subscribe to his channel too as well. You know, you brought Ivan and I together too as well, and when you're friends, that none of that really matters. There's no counting of
all I always ask from my friends is just be genuine.
Yes.
If you actually there's something I've done you don't like, just say, Maro, you know what, man? Oh man, I don't like this thing.
But that's also part of friendship too.
And especially if somebody tells me this is from my character. If you tell me straight on, I will not see you as the bad guy, but I'll be like, man, I like this guy.
Yes, you can respect him for this is being
so
straightforward.
honest.
Right.
It's so honest.
Because you're the same way too. You know what I mean?
I'm the same way.
Right. You know.
So you don't feel like you're doing something wrong.
Right. Exactly. You know. So like it's a lost art. You know, Mara, and it's a hard thing to find, especially in today's world. You know, where people are very dishonest and being able to speak to somebody without hurting somebody's feelings. Or someone being too sensitive in nature too as well. So it's one of the things that is there, and I'm glad, and I appreciate your friendship. And like I said, I keep going, man. Please, you know, because you're one of a kind. Yes. There's nobody else that's like you, bro.
Guys, if you're watching this from I Am Marwa, please subscribe to Backpack More. So depending on how many collabos I've done, you may see this video maybe after George. I don't know who will upload first.
Right.
So as long as this video will appear on my community tab, guys, please subscribe to Backpack More. Even if it doesn't, but it's recommended to you. You guys, you've supported me. You're heading to 500,000. Let's support others. I love the idea of supporting others because tomorrow you are like a safe tree to land for me. You know, when I'm just alone, like just winning alone. What if tomorrow I crumble?
Right.
You know, I will not have anybody to hold even my hand.
Right.
That's one of the reasons actually I help people like my sister to be in the same platform.
Yes.
Because imagine now, even I can call her, say, sister, I'm so broke. Do something for me, sister. Not because I helped her, like she's paying back. No, just because she's in a position, she's been empowered to be in a position where she can save a sinking boat.
Yes, definitely. No, I agree, man. So yeah, thank you guys, everybody, for watching this as well, man. Like I said, this is a dear friend of mine. Yeah. This is not the last time you will be seeing me. Yes. Us together.
I want us to do more collabos so actually your channel can grow.
Yeah, man. I'm trying right now, you know, just to make sure that it is. And thank you for those of you who subscribed to put me over to 1,000. Yeah. You know, now this is just the beginning. We're planning to go even higher than that, you know. Yeah,
just do more videos. My recommendation to you is see what other YouTubers are doing.
Okay.
The big YouTubers not small YouTubers your size, no. Big YouTubers. See how they put their thumbnails, see everything, like do the same.
Yeah, this is a science. This is a science.
Yes, for now, exactly. But as you grow, your art, your creativity will always come.
Because there's only one person like you know what I mean? So
for now, as it starts, it's good you follow what other people are doing. Right. Because that's it's the formula. Okay. For now. Okay. Maybe as you grow bigger, you decide to do everything.
All right, guys, this is free knowledge he's giving you right here. So
all right, guys, thank you so much for watching this. And I want to say thank you. Support Backpack More. He's been my good friend. One time he drove me, man, to go and see a girl. Yeah, and man, man, thank you. I don't even know how to say. Thank you so much, man.
No, thank you, brother. Pleasure, man. Definitely, man. I'll see you, man, and I'll see you guys.
And actually, he's coming to our party in Kenya.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yes, exactly. So there'll be a couple of drinks and stuff like that, but you guys got to show up and be there. And you know, if you want to see me there, definitely show up, brother.
All right, man. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you on the next episode.
See you guys in the next one.